I just think it's funny how everybody wants a dome and everybody doesn't want a dome. Everybody wants a dome. Everybody's concerned about our quarterback playing in weather. When Brandon Beane came out and said, we drafted a quarterback that can play in weather, why are we worried about going to Denver? The altitude's not as high as Wyoming. So, this stuff is all crazy because look how Josh plays in domes. Look how Josh plays when it's 80 and sunny. So we haven't seen Josh play in Buffalo in a meaningful game in snow, but we're about to. So that's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like it.
Um,
And if we want to go dome with this whole stadium thing, a lot of people are talking dome, no dome, Buffalo. They have retractable domes.
Right.
They have a retractable. We could get the best of both worlds. If we having these discussions about dome and weather and all that, get a retractable dome. Call it a day.
It's so funny because people are so strongly on one side or the other. It's like, you're an idiot. We need a dome. You're an idiot. We don't need a dome. It's like there's like no wiggle room. Like everybody's like, yes, dome, no dome. Like it's Buffalo. But then it screws up our games and blah blah blah. Look how we played against the Chiefs and blah blah blah. Look how Josh played when it was 80 and sunny. It's crazy. Like there's no happy medium.
let's get Bills Mafia's take on this. Do you guys want a dome, no dome, stay in the stadium we're at right now? I personally, I don't like dome stadiums, and I'll tell you why. Being from near the Toronto area, I've got this big boulder in the middle of downtown Toronto called the Rogers Centre. It's a retractable roof, and it's not pretty at all. It's an eyesore. I go to games at Lambeau Field. I go to games in Buffalo. Beautiful. The atmosphere is completely different. Sure, it's two different sports. I'll give you another example from baseball. I go to Wrigley Field in Chicago or Dodger Stadium in LA. It's just a completely different atmosphere outside to me. I don't want an indoor dome. I don't see the point in it. Like, it works to our advantage being a cold weather team and having teams from Miami come here.
Yeah, true, but you got to think too, if we have younger players on the team that, like, look at Tre'Davious White playing in the snow yesterday, right? He's probably like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? So we have players that are on our teams that come from southern states or out on the West Coast that are rookies that have never, so they don't really know how to play in that stuff either. But if you're thinking about a dome, the Pegulas are very business savvy. This is definitely a business to them, right? They want to succeed. They want to make money. If they were going to go the dome or the stadium route, you'd have to look long term. They're going to want a Super Bowl, so they're going to want a dome. That's the only way that we would ever get a Super Bowl, and that's to them how much money can we make. And then ticket prices are going to be bananas for a dome. So a lot of this stuff needs to be considered.
We got some comments here. No dome. Snow is a part of the love of Buffalo. PJ, dome.
Mixed feelings.
I love the elements.
See, and I think a lot of us too, as avid football fans, not just the Bills games, but we wait all year for that December month when we're watching a Packers game or a Bears game or, a Bills game when there's just snow everywhere. And you're like, holy cow, it's like you're a kid again playing football in your backyard in the snow.
So you know what it is? The dynamics of the team doesn't connect with where they're playing right now. The running game, you think of snow, you think of tough physical running team, where we play kind of like a Florida team, so I think because of that, that's what poses all these questions and debates. But Buffalo is self-explanatory, right? Like, you come to play Buffalo in t-shirt and warm weather in January. The Buffalo, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't make sense. So because of that, me personally, I like the weather conditions. I like the elements.
Hey, can you put up the comment from PJ about Josh playing in the elements? Can you see it? That's a good comment.
We're concerned about weather for Josh on a weekly basis. You aren't being honest.
Yeah, we were told that Josh was this guy whose arm is going to cut through the wind, and like I said earlier, Brandon Beane. Well, weather it was a factor in why we took Josh. Josh doesn't play good when it's dicey. I'm not saying he plays bad, but look at what he did early on in the season. Look at what he's done in domes over his career for 3 years. Josh plays better in a controlled environment. I'm sure all quarterbacks do too, to a degree, but he's a Buffalo quarterback. And if we're going to be continuously competing for championships, he's going to have to be playing in December when it's 25 degrees and 35-mile-an-hour winds and there's frostbite everywhere and it's snowing sideways. And so that's a great comment from PJ.